I'm 28M, going to ask a girl out that I think is way out of my league.
So, I did it. I asked her on a date. If you have been following along, we made plans to hang out as a group last Friday. When the day came, our plans fell through. I waited a couple of days, and I sent her a text. I told her that I wished I could have seen her Friday and that I wanted to take her to dinner. She replied by saying that she is seeing someone, which wasn't too unexpected. Several of you had told me that if she was as awesome as I was painting her to be, she was more than likely already unavailable. However, she told me that she likes spending time with me and we've made plans to hang out as friends. So, it's not a loss at all. On top of that, I really feel like I faced my seemingly insurmountable fear of rejection. My hands were shaking during and after I sent the text, and my nerves were a mess waiting for her response. But I did it. I feel like I grew a lot, and the next time I'm interested in someone it will go more smoothly. Thank you all for the advice and things to think about. I will carry a lot of what you told me forward in my dating life. Edit. I never thought I'd get so much support from this post. I tried to reply to everyone, but it just got out of hand so quick. If I didn't reply to you, I just want to say here thank you for your positivity, for the awards, and for all the good advice I've received. What does a woman want? That is a question that has been asked for eons. I am a short in shape, average looking guy. My wife was one of the prettiest girls I ever saw. Once I was eating with an incredible looking lady. We were not dating but just eating. A young average girl came to wait on us. I smile at her, and place our orders, and the good-looking lady that I thought was out of my league says, "I wish you wouldn't do that." I asked what. She said, "Flirt with another girl, when you are out with me." I was flabbergasted. I had not flirted at all, and this super hot lady is jealous. Don't think a lady is out of your league. Go ahead and try, but be prepared for a no. Even good-looking guys get tons of no's. Well done, buddy. I've been there and failed to ask her out. Turns out 10 years later that she liked me too but was waiting for me. She's married with kids now. Kicking myself is an understatement. I'm really glad you had the guts to make that leap, and more importantly it didn't dissuade you from doing it again. Kudos, my friend. Slightly smiling face. Sorry man, but it's a successful loss here. You shot your shot. Right on. Now you don't have to think about what ifs or be lead on anymore. But, if you go out as friends anytime soon, then you're setting yourself up for pain. Don't try to set up time with her, just the two of you. You're going to be a friend-zoned individual that still pines for her. Not gonna feel good, trust me. However, right on for shooting your shot. I've not even tried dating for 1 to 2 years now because I was fed up with everything. I just want to say that you sound really amazing. You were brave, took the chance, accepted and took the rejection really well, and you still value her and her company. You even managed to improve yourself, and as I see, your confidence too. You sound like a genuinely amazing guy, and while this time you didn't get the girl, I'm sure it won't be too long until you do because of how wholesome you are. I wish you the best, honestly. Smiley face. Good for you, man. Never stop trying. FYI, every woman I've ever dated was out of my league. You just have to be genuine and make her laugh. Those endorphins she'll receive will make you rememberable. I once asked a girl out at the gym, feeling confident and badass. She rejected me, but strangely I walked away feeling even more confident and badass. I felt like I could lift even stronger the rest of my workout. It felt like the equivalent of having been accepted, but rather than be elated with a girl potentially loving me, I felt elated at how much I loved me. Brew, I did the exact same thing. I had a feeling she was seeing someone but asked her anyway. She said she was kinda seeing someone but didn't know where that was going. Similarly, she mentioned she also liked hanging out with me. Props on you for going for it and asking. I know it took me a lot of courage to do that. It'll be a lot easier asking someone out at the next opportunity. Keep it up, brother. Good for you facing the fear of rejection. Few words of advice from older guy. Don't treat friendzone as a waiting line to date her like some of commenters seem to hint. Better just move on. As the saying goes, you win some, and you lose some. I, 30M, am sort of in your shoes right now. An old crush moved back to the same city I live in. I always thought she was out of my league. I have been too terrified of potential rejection and humiliation. I read your post and decided to give it a shot. Sent her a welcome back message. Fingers crossed. Good deal, man. At least you tried. And a potential new friendship. The thing about if someone is really awesome, it's likely they're already with someone is sort of depressing, discouraging. Shouldn't we always aim to be with people we think are really awesome? That aside, taking your shot with someone you felt was out of your league is huge. And great for showing you it'll be a bit easier next time you try. Hey, good for you. I'm 18F and literally had the same exact experience happen to me, except the guy said he wanted to stay friends and all, yet hasn't contacted me since, so you are extremely lucky, my dude. I hope all goes well. And that whatever happens will be good for you. This is freaking awesome. I'm absolutely happy for you and hope things stay on this positive upswing for ya. Never think someone to be out of your league, but rather try thinking about how you should be accepted for you and vice versa, and that's all either side can ask or expect from one another. Peace be with you, brother, and again I'm very happy for you. Raised fist, medium dark skin tone. I'm really impressed with your maturity about this. You did a hard thing and you managed to see her response as exactly what it was, the chance to be friends. It's incredible for me, as a female in her early 30s, to see a man respond by seeing her answer as an answer, full stop, and not as a reason to try harder, or be her friend with a motive to convince her otherwise. Consent occurs in many ways, and respecting someone's response to being asked out is one of them. I also love that you don't see it as rejection or, see, I knew it was dumb to try. It's not those things, and I loved seeing your positive perspective. You seem like a really great person, and I think this is a great step for you to realize that, even if you don't get the answer you hoped for, you were brave enough to do it and you don't have to wonder, what if? Take care and good luck in the future. Don't put anyone on a pedestal. Let her decide if she's too good for you, don't tell her. She farts too. And you can't be her friend, you want her too much. You're getting ready to get friend zoned and be miserable. I see you say you can be, you can't. You don't understand. You're going to hope she eventually jumps on you. She's not going to. If she wanted to, she'd have said yes, plain and simple. That said, you did the hard thing, but not that hard. Sending a text is a pretty wuss way to ask. I understand it's the modern way of doing things, but doing it while you look her in the eyes is WAAAAY harder, smiley face. But still, well done. It gets easier. I'm married to a woman considerably out of my league. I never let her know anything other than she'd be smart to snap me up, smiley face. Based on reading your previous post, you asked her out at the perfect time because you're really at a fork where you're fine with being friends, but you're very open to being more. I think she'll either grow into being one of your really good friends, or the worst case scenario is she's someone that kind of phases out of your life quietly. One time I had done this same thing, except I got the nightmare version of it. I wouldn't say she was entirely out of my league, but she was still intimidating. I asked her out and I probably got one of the most painful rejections one could possibly get, the one you fear of getting. She pretty much made me feel like a creep. It ruined my self-confidence and made me feel insecure for a few days, but then I realized that the things she said about me weren't true. That's not who I am. I eventually felt better with this thought. My confidence had recovered, and I kept a distance from her. We had a class together in college. By the end of the semester, she had tried talking to me again, showing interest. After she had seen that we have similar interests and I wasn't who she thought I was, I continued to show I wasn't interested. I gained a huge ego boost after that semester, lol. Amazing news, man. Good for you. You know, I've often found one thing to be true: the anticipation of something bad is often worse than the bad thing itself. You'll definitely be better at adapting to these situations from now on. Which is not to say that you won't feel the nerves next time. You definitely will. And in the moment you'll feel like you haven't grown. But remember that you have in fact done this before, and the last time you asked a girl out, the moon did not fall out of the sky. Everything was fine. Even master pickup artists feel nerves every time they talk to a girl. It's just that they train themselves to ignore the nerves. Good luck for the future. Yo, I recently did something similar. I've been on the path of self-improvement in all aspects in my life. Started to into a great groove with dating, then the pandemic happened. Recently met someone through friends and asked her out. She bailed the first time and has been throwing me some interesting signals, so I asked her out again. She agreed to go out, and then in the middle of our date, while she was telling a story, she switched from calling her best friend to we're dating to he's my boyfriend. Quit the curveball. I've gone out with a couple of girls who I thought were out of my league, but what I'm starting to realize are that even objectively pretty women are just as insecure as everyone else, but society puts them on a pedestal. The other thing that I'm starting to realize is that it hurts more not to ask versus getting rejected. The what if hurts more than the no. Keep getting it, man. I'm with you in spirit. Buddy, I just read, and all I can say, you shoot your shot, nothing is lost. You did what you need to do. Honestly, when she say she's seeing someone, sorry to say, I heard that tons of times and mostly are bullcrap. No such thing as you think you are out of your league, you see it, you either want it or ditch it. My advice is, just focus on yourself, transform your body and hang out with more ladies. Winking face. Well done for shooting your shot, but the whole friends thing is not something I'd recommend. Your feelings for this girl won't just disappear with the rejection, and eventually it's gonna start to suck really bad seeing her hanging out with other guys, telling you about them, etc. etc. On top of that, having her constantly around as a friend will make it very hard for you to move on. Probably best you both go your own way, and if you bump into each other in future, you keep it light, friendly, but ultimately keep things moving. Congrats. And serious, you took a step that many of us have failed to do for a longer time than I am willing to admit. 'Cause I look at some woman and know immediately there isn't a chance and just ignore it and never try. You added to your confidence, self-esteem. That's a big hump to get past. Best of luck, just be safe and careful always. You rock, dude. This is how I landed my wife. Lol, but for me it was the fourth time's a charm. Hard parts over, bro. Just don't let her take friendvantage of you. Keep a certain amount of distance and aloofness. And who knows, maybe you'll be her next. And her last. Give her everything she needs now and enjoy the friend zone for life. Man shrugging dark skin tone, man shrugging light skin tone, man shrugging dark skin tone, man shrugging light skin tone. What I learned in 20 years in the US, that if a girl likes you, then you will know. For example, she will say hi to you when she sees you in school, college, even though you are not friends. She will find a way so you can have her number by giving it to your close friend. She will ask you to go and do something with her, like visit a place like a museum. If you see her a lot at work, she will text you she loves you, or she will touch your hand on purpose when she hands you something. These how I knew all these girls loved me and wanted to be with me. You absolutely faced your fears. Asking is a huge step and somehow also the easiest, right? Like once it's passed, be it a yes or a no, it was just a simple question with a simple answer. And you can have a line ready too if it's a no. I use the same one all the time of, well, hey, it was nice to have met you. It'll let you get back to insert whatever they were doing before you approached them, smile and walk away. Biggest advice I give you. Stop looking at women as leagues and numbers. So often we judge ourselves harshly and go, oh, I am a 7 and she, oh my god, look at her, she is a 10. But I promise you, she's been rejected too. She's been lied to before. She's been cheated on. She's been hurt. She's late for work. She's missed the job before. She suffers from insecurities of her own. Every one of us has shit going on with us, and when you stop to consider all of that, she probably views herself as a 7 too, haha, so really not all that out of your league. The key is be confident in any interaction that the girl that made eye contact with you 4 times across the bar likes you. Even if she doesn't. Until she tells you no, don't doubt yourself. Assume attraction. Approach her. Another thing about staying friends, 100% if you are okay with that, by all means. If you don't mind it going either way, relationship or friend, of course. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you really truly only want her and see her as a partner, I would stand by that and not be friends. Like, I know my worth. I know I'm an awesome caring partner. I know what I bring. She doesn't want that, that's fine, but she doesn't get to have those qualities of me in her life as a friend to rely on and hang out with when I was only offering it in that one way. In a sense, I feel it's taking advantage of, like I'm telling someone it's okay to use me and walk over me. Again, this is if you only want a relationship with this girl. If I saw them as cool and figured WTH shoot my shot, if not we can be friends, then going into it I wouldn't feel taken advantage of because I was always offering it as a friend too. Another plus to this is that if she did really enjoy seeing you, and you go, well, hey, it was good talking, I'll see you around, and stop being there is actually a chance she might go, wow, that guy was real cool and I am not super into this dude I am seeing. Maybe I'll hit him up again, see if he's still free. Versus the alternative, staying friends and she always has you, and knows you want her, and that if she ever really wanted you she knows you'll be there, so you stay around as this kind of backup while she knows she can talk to anyone else because again you'll always be there. Key takeaways: if you only see romantic in her, don't stay friends. You can reach out every now and then with a funny story or something like, "You'll never believe what I just did," and tell her about the awesome snowboarding adventure or shit and share a photo. Anytime she does interact with you will be an awesome wow, look at what I am missing out on moment. But hanging out talking every day, you'll just be another friend. Versus that guy that wanted to go out with me and is having a lot of fun, and did I fuck up not seeing him again? Don't hang out with her as friends. Focus that energy elsewhere and on finding another woman. You're setting yourself up to be a backup option and her emotional support when her BF inevitably does something to piss her off. And what will you get out of that exchange? Glad you got over your rejection. But I would fade to black on this chick. Dude, no girl is out of your league. My girlfriend and I recently broke up yesterday, and if you want to compare it by looks, she was out of my league. You know what, though? I was the one that ended it because it became toxic and she feels extremely bad for not realizing her mistakes earlier. Meanwhile, I'm not denying I have things I need to work on myself. But she wants to become a better person and see if she can find her way back to me. The lesson is, looks does not determine your overall ranking or league. A person can be physically beautiful, but a bad personality can taint it all. Similarly, I may not be as good looking as my ex, but I know that when I love someone, I treat them right and with respect. I treat the person I love like a queen, but in a healthy, supportive way. Although I am sad, I know that I treated her so well and I didn't get that in return. I felt like her personality retracted from her league because she would come in with aggressive attitude when it was not needed whatsoever. Just know, looks are not everything. Nor is money or status. It really comes down to the person, and you're probably a great person. A beautiful woman will fall for the kindness and sincerity within a person who expresses affection and passion with respect.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video. And if you are new, subscribe and click on the bell icon.